Hello, hello. What's going on, guys? Time to break down another game. We got Miami Heat going into Minnesota, taking about 9.5 points. Very big number. A couple of key injuries. Duncan Robinson's out. Tyler Hero is out. Butler, of course, is out. He's going to be out for, I guess, another 4 to 6 games. A couple of questionables as well. We got Dwayne Dedman, Bam Adebayo, Gabe Vincent. Those are very key players to keep an eye out. They did play a back-to-back yesterday. Everyone logged close to a little bit over 30 minutes. Bam Adebayo did log. He only logged like 26, 28 minutes, so he stayed under that 30-minute mark. So I'm thinking he plays. They did get blown out, so they didn't play as heavy minutes as expected. Injuries for the Minnesota. I have nobody on the injury report, so Minnesota Timberwolves are full go. So let's take a look here. Minnesota is getting about 65% of the tickets, but 91% of the money. They're getting all the money today, and this could be due to public perception and recency bias. Miami got blown out the doors by 26 yesterday against the Cavs. So with the injuries as well, with their best player in Butler out and a couple key questionables and off the back-to-back, nothing really screams to take Miami in the spot. But I think that's where the value is. Plus 9.5 is a very large number for a Miami team who's historically very good role as an underdog as far as covering spreads. On the other hand, Minnesota here, they are coming in this game 2-3 ATS the last 5, 3-7 ATS the last 10. And I've been watching this Timberwolves team very closely, and these guys are not good. They have not met expectations for the season with that Rudy Gobert pickup. If you watch a lot of their games, they get a pretty big lead first half, and then they just implode. I've never seen it before. This is like a Knicks level implosion and collapse. I feel so bad. They did squeak out the win against Philly. They pretty much had that game wire to wire. I think leading by 20 at some point in the fourth quarter, and they let Philadelphia come back. And Philly covered that plus 3.5. I did have a Philly ticket there. I just don't believe in the Timberwolves, and I'm going to try to fade these guys any chance I get. One thing to note, Timberwolves, they do have the rest advantage. Played 2 days ago, and prior to that, played on the 16th, so they're well rested. Miami, on the other hand, they played a lot of games. They played yesterday, and the game prior to that was the 18th, so... the game against Washington, they only had like a 8-man rotation, so a lot of heavy minutes. These guys are going to be tired. But I think off of the blow-off loss, and Spoelstra is a hell of a coach. I think he'll get his guys to keep this competitive against a Minnesota team who they just don't have it together. I just don't see them covering this number. They've been pretty poor ATS as a favorite. Let's take a look here at some situational trends. For Minnesota as a home team, they're 3-6 ATS. As a favorite, they're 5-7, all below 500. But on the other hand, Miami has not been great ATS as well. They're 4-13 ATS. After a loss, they're 3-6. As an underdog, they're 1-4. As an away underdog, they're 1-3. So they're a very poor ATS team. But I think it's time for some positive regression for the Heat. I think they could cover this number here. 9.5 is the largest number they've gotten all season. And on top of that, I like to take teams off a blowout loss. And if we look here, Miami's last game against Cleveland, that was their largest margin of loss for the season, losing by 26, and largest margin of loss by ATS as well at -18. So this is a bet on spot for me on the Heat. One other key note here, to fade the Minnesota Timberwolves is this will be their first game from that road trip. They're off a 4-game road trip, which they've won 3 out of the last 4, so you consider that a successful one. Coming home on the first game home is a fade spot for me, especially laying this large of a number. I'm going to take the Heat here at plus 9.5 for 1 unit, but I would wait and confirm that Bam and Gabe Vincent, if those guys are in or out. Dwayne Dedmon is questionable as well, but he's not as crucial as the other two. If Bam Adebayo is out, I probably would just stay off this game. I kind of need Bam in here, but I am betting that he plays. So at the number it is now at plus 9.5, I think I'm going to go ahead and grab that for 1 unit. Good luck, guys.